Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the latvianexotics YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to show you what you have to go through if you want to spec a steering wheel for your own car. But before we do that, I would urge you to go down there, click that like and that subscribe button to help the loading bar on my YouTube channel go up. If you click subscribe, the numbers will actually go up. And to help me get closer to my goal of 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if we do hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I'm going to be doing a car rebuild. But with that aside, I came up with this idea by scrolling on Instagram. I was just sitting in my feed scrolling through and I saw an ad for custom steering wheels. I was like, oh, cool. And I checked it out and it was very lackluster. It was like AliExpress custom steering wheel type stuff, even though AliExpress custom steering wheels cost like 300 euros or something like that. They are not cheap either way you take it, but that got me thinking, are there any steering wheel configurators out there that make it simple for you to create your own custom steering wheel without having to go to your local shop and having to tell your homies,
hey, I want a flat bottom wheel with a rev counter, I want it carboned out with Alcantara on the sides, heated,
etc., etc. And the answer is actually not as straightforward as you might think. As we know, nowadays, speccing a car is the easiest that it has ever been. Basically, anyone can go online, click on the car's configurator website, and put in there everything that their heart might desire. But with steering wheels, it is a bit different. Let's hop into Google for a second. I Googled steering wheel configurator, and it shows a whole bunch of options, but some of these are wheel configurators, not steering wheel configurators. We do have three notable steering wheel configurators. This one from MA Carbon, this one from Control Customs UK, and then this one from Momo.com. I'll go through all of them and I'll show you how all of them work. And I'll tell you also why it looks like you, or us together, we have a business opportunity here. So let's start off with MA Carbon. We hop into their website. They do have a huge range of steering wheels you can select from. There are steering wheels for Audis, Astons, Ferraris, Lambos, Porsches, Mercedes, and the list goes on and on. And I can understand the old dated design. I know sometimes it's painful to update it, especially if you have a developer that's coding it by hand. But the issue here is that all of the steering wheels are extremely dated. Look, they have Gallardo steering wheels. The newest one right here is to 2014 for the Gallardo. Then if we go down here for the McLarens, they have only McLaren MP4s. And then they have for the W classes, these old steering wheels. And if we go to the Ferrari, for instance, the 430, also all of these steering wheels are for old cars, which is cool if you own more classic cars, then this is the absolute perfect website for you. It does say carbon fiber for exotic cars though. It doesn't say for classic cars. I know some of these aren't classic, like the 2014 Gallardo. I know those aren't classic cars, but I would want a custom steering wheel for my Tesla Model 3 Performance, and I can't get that here. But let's focus a little bit on the positive. Let's go back to the R8 wheel, and then we can check out some options that it has. We can choose what it has on top, so we can get carbon leather, perforated leather, suede. I'll leave it carbon. I like how that looks. We can also get the middle right here, which is currently left on carbon. I do think the steering wheel is spec'd pretty well, but I'm gonna switch the leather to suede because I think that's gonna look cooler. And we're gonna leave the hub to be the same. We're gonna put the 12 o'clock ring to be painted to 10 mm, and then we're gonna choose it to be blue because I think that's pretty cool. Let's check how the stitching patterns look. Point across or zigzag. The sport is the best one. We're gonna leave the sport and we're gonna make those blue as well just to match. A beautiful steering wheel for our R8, and then look, it shows all the pricing for the top, middle, grips, etc., etc. Our total of $3,375. There's also an option to view the thread colors, check how they look in real life, which is really, really nice. Then we can also view the ring colors. We can click on the pictures too. These steering wheels look super, super good. I can also save my configuration if I want to, have it emailed so I can ask for it later. And overall, this is a very solid website. But the issue here is that the steering wheels are for older cars. I need steering wheels for newer cars. And that is exactly where Control Customs UK come into the picture, who also have a steering wheel configurator. You have all these steps. You can choose shape, carbon, rev counter, material, blah, blah, blah. You can see all the steps right there. And it's a very comprehensive configurator. And you can see over here, these are new fancy steering wheels for the modern car. You can click on these. Well, you can hover your mouse on these and then it just says what it is. Carbon fiber, full reshape, Alcantara, rev counter, and the airbag cover. These little hover over buttons allow you to kind of guess what each of these steps will do. And why do I say guess? Well, let me show you. Here they offer us to change the shape of the steering wheel, and I want to do a full reshape of the steering wheel because I want it to look like this. I click full reshape and it changes nothing on the steering wheel. You might say,
oh, but it's already fully reshaped.
okay, we'll put on the original base. It changed absolutely nothing. And then you might say,
Click on next.
Okay, I'll put on the original shape and click on next. Nothing changed. And let's just run through the whole steering wheel specking process here as well. I'll want to do a full reshaped steering wheel. I want to do the top in gloss carbon, the bottom in gloss carbon as well, and the center trim we want to do piano black. Okay, that's cool. Then we go to next. We say, yes, we want a rev counter, which is this thing right here. It's really, really cool. It shows you the revs on this gauge here, and then it lights up these little lights when you go up in revs. I really like it. I'll put a video up on the screen. It looks super cool. And I would really love to have something like that in my car. But let's move on and let's go to the material. We want it to be Alcantara. Let's do the black Alcantara. Actually, I like the charcoal gray better. This is the charcoal gray. I'll leave it at that. Alcantara is just the best for sports steering wheels in my opinion, but let's move on to the stitching. Oh, we can write our own colors. So let's go with yellow, and then we're gonna do the S-line steering wheel for our imaginary Audi, and then we have the 12 o'clock stripe. We'll make yellow as well to match. I don't know the color. I'll just put in a random color code for yellow. That's in the hexadecimal scale for the people who are interested. And then we just give them some more information about our car. Let's say it's an Audi, that it's an R8, and that it's a 2021 R8. And then let's say it's a DSG or automatic. Imagine that we chose a file and added a picture of our steering wheel, and then theoretically we would go next and contact the company. We can't do that here right now because we haven't added a file, but I wouldn't want to do that either. And this is a really, really good way to get a custom steering wheel for a new car. But do you see the issue here? It's the fact that it doesn't show up on this steering wheel right here. I would like it to change and to at least give me a relative estimate of what the steering wheel would look like. I know that the steering wheels might vary among the car models, but just seeing a rough estimate of what the steering wheel could be would be really fantastic in my opinion. And then just add a disclaimer at the bottom that this might not exactly be what your steering wheel will look like, but contact the shop to specify all the details and get an actual proper quote for it. With that, we're moving on to the last but not least custom steering wheels, which are from Momo right here. They are really nice Italian handmade steering wheels, and then you have quite a bit of a selection of the type of steering wheel you want. We'll say we want the Mod 7. We click on the Mod 7. It takes you to this nice page with some specifications on there, and then you can design your own steering wheel as you would wish. And then there are a whole bunch of options. So let's run through the options here as well. We have a leather type. We can choose standard leather or premium option Alcantara. We'll get the premium option Alcantara. We can choose what color we want the grip section in. So I'll say I want it blue. That looks absolutely insane. We just made a Swedish steering wheel, which I really like actually. I'll leave the yellow grip insert, but we'll make it perforated leather or air leather as they call it right here. And then we will choose what color spokes we would like. I'll leave the black spokes. We can choose the screw colors over here. We'll do them yellow to match with the top right here. I'll actually do them yellow round head because I think that looks way cooler. We can choose which we will do yellow to match as well. Then the thread color, which we will leave yellow. We can also choose our stitching pattern. I would do the luxury stitching pattern. I think that looks really good. It doesn't really change much on here, but anyways, you can see how it looks right there. We can view it a bit larger so you can see it a bit better. That's how it's gonna look. And I think that's way better than the standard parallel stitching pattern that you can see right here. We can choose what color we want the horn button to be. A bunch of Momo styles, but I like this one with the black. It looks quite minimalistic and goes really well with the steering wheel. We can also do a grip embroidery for the steering wheel, which is really cool. We can select to have Momo written on there, or we can do a custom embroidery. We can also choose whatever font we want. I'll say I want Arial Black, and then we can write Latvian Exotic. I can't do Latvian Exotics. Okay, so I'll just do my name on there. Arvo, bang. And we can also do a custom spoke engraving of our signature. Let's say we're gonna do the left spoke with a custom signature, and then we would upload a photo of our signature right here and have an absolutely fantastic custom steering wheel made for us, with it totaling 706 euros as it shows down there. But I actually think that would be really worth it. That steering wheel looks so cool. If I was doing a drift build for a Miata or something like that, I would definitely put it in there. But then again, do you see the issue here? This website does only sports steering wheels. They have a really nice comprehensive configurator, but they are only sports steering wheels. I want a regular, cool, fancy, futuristic, techie steering wheel that I can see how it looks within a configurator. And I understand that it might be a bit more difficult to create a configurator for those steering wheels rather than these sports steering wheels, but I think it could still be done. And in my opinion, it will get a lot of traction in the car world, because let's just do a quick recap of these three real quick. Right here, the first one. Very nice specking options. You can customize it to your liking. Every single part of the steering wheel can be selected, changed, and I really love that. But the steering wheels are dated, so that's a no-go. Then we move on to Control Customs UK. Brand new steering wheels for the newest, techiest of cars. A lot of specking options. But the problem is, when you select options, they don't show on the steering wheels. And then moving on to the third one, Momo, is that they do only sports steering wheels. So what I'm trying to get at is that we need some kind of a combination between these three, because I want a modern steering wheel, but I want to be able to see what options I spec out on it so I can visualize if I want it on my car or not. And that is a great business opportunity for you and me. But with that being said, our video of me ranting about steering wheel configurators not being what I want them to be is over. If you enjoyed this video or any of my other videos, I would urge you to go down there and click that like and that subscribe button to help the loading bar on my YouTube channel go up. If you click subscribe, the numbers will actually go up, and to help me get closer to 10,000 subscribers. And if I do hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I'm going to be doing a car rebuild. And with that said, thank you guys for being a part of the Latvian Exotics family, and I will see you in the next upload.
And I keep a pretty bitch put up. Ride through with a chauffeur, I be chillin' with my foot up. Niggas all cap bullshit, niggas full up. Master P in 98, that little nigga got the hook up. I'ma make it drop the jaws every time a nigga pull up. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. Every time you turn around, that nigga, he the top. You would think the baby popcorn the way the nigga pop.